Hello everyone, I hope you are all fine. Today this is our literature lesson, unit 5. As you can see from the picture, this is page number 238. The title is Ideas Made Visible. From the title, Ideas Made Visible, and if you looked at the picture, you feel that everything we can see, it was in the past just an idea. Someone was thinking of something and then he decided to do it, to make it come true, just to make it could be seen. If you looked at this girl in the picture, she is now trying to draw a picture, and of course before she started drawing this picture, it was only an idea in her mind, and then she decided to make it true, to draw it, and to make it could be seen by the others. Yes, if you move to next page, we will deal first with some vocabulary. This is the academic vocabulary for unit 5, and these words will help us while reading this section together. The first word, as you can see, is conclude. What's meant by this word conclude? To decide. So I want you just to underline or highlight decide. After reading the article, one will likely conclude that the fact proved the scientist's theory to be correct. After reading this article, this piece of writing, one will decide. So when you decide something, you conclude it. Second word, construct. Construct means to create. So just you can underline to create. The writer constructed a convincing argument. Just he's trying to prove something, so he's trying to build it with proofs. The third word, implicit. Implicit means not obvious, or you can write here not clear. Check the example. I was confused by the article because the author's purpose was implicit. Implicit means here his reason, the author's reason was not clear. Word number 4, primary. Primary means first in importance, so you can underline first in importance. The writer's primary objective is to inform the reader of the war in Sudan. His most important objective, which means goal, is to tell us about the war in Sudan. So primary means very important or first in importance. Specific. Specific means definite with one word, or special, or particular. You can write particular if you wish. The directions were very specific and I was able to follow them easily. So specific, which means definite or particular, special was special. Okay, go to next page. Okay, in next page, this is before reading our selection. We have this rubric which we are going to talk about today. Just I want you to look at it. What's this again? It's called Who Killed the Iceman? Who killed the Iceman? Remember what kind, if I ask you what kind of writing, what kind of text is this one, you will find it is a magazine article. A magazine article like a piece of writing you find in magazine or newspaper. So it is a magazine article. Who Killed the Iceman? This is the selection of the story we're going to read about, and there is another selection we're going to continue reading connected to this one, which is skeletal sculptures, and this is after we finish our first story, Who Killed the Iceman. But before reading, just we have a question I want you to think about. The question is, how do scientists unlock the past? Unlock the past. Unlock means here to solve the mystery in the past, solve a problem in the past, no one know about it, but the scientists discovered the solution. How do scientists do that? As you may know from true crime shows, whatever you are reading or you are watching, sometimes we're using sci-fi thrillers, which means science fiction thrillers, which means like exciting movies. Of course, while you're watching these movies or whatever the channel you're watching on, human remains often have their own stories to tell. As police detective unravel difficult cases. The police officers try to unravel difficult cases. Unravel, which means they try to solve the difficult cases, difficult crime or problems. They trying to just find a solution to unexplained phenomena. Phenomena means event. Unexplained, have no reason why. The police don't know why this happened. The bones of humans often tell stories too. Bones of humans, and this tell us about what we are going to read about. And I think it can be scary as you feel from this word bones. Yes, the investigators want to look at the bones of the human. These bones can tell what happened to this person who's dead or something. They start to help piece the past together, to collect the events and try to find the solution. Okay, we have something here on your left, just I want you to check, which is criminal investigation. Just I want you to put yourself in their shoes and imagine that you are a detective and you have some methods, some ways to help you to know something, to know the purpose for it. Okay, for example, they give us something which is the fingerprint. Of course, we use fingerprints as detectives just to identify the suspect, to know who did it, to know who the criminal is. So, as a detective, I want you to think, as a police officer, what other ways can help you to know new things here. What's the purpose? The reason for these things. I can give you something extra, which is number 2, if you wish. Police officer, as a detective, I can use fingerprinting, and also I can use questions, asking questions. So number 2, I can write here asking questions. But for what purpose? For what reason? Just to know more information about the crime or about the criminal. And by yourself, you can figure out what's number 3. Okay, go down. What's here? Text analysis. Remember, we are still before reading the text, and I want you to know something, which is the text features. What's meant by features? You can write beside it characteristics or structures. What things in the text can tell you about the text or can let you know something about the text. Okay, remember this magazine article, whatever you're reading, of course it has some key information. There's something there to help you. What are these things which will help you? Just I want you to highlight this one or circle it. And write here 1. Subheadings. I think you can guess what's the meaning of subheading. Subheading, it's like heading, but this is sub, which means under it. It goes below it. Subheading, like what? If you looked at this page, for example, you have a heading. What is the heading, for example? Who killed the Iceman? This can be a heading. Who killed the Iceman? And you have something, again, can be another heading, which is how do scientists unlock the past? But what's a subheading here? You find it smaller in size and sometimes different in color. Yes, text analysis. This one we call it subheading. So this is a subheading. As you can see, subheading becomes signal the beginning of a new topic. Again, it sets off from the selection text by different color, as we said, or font. Something else I want you to write here, number 2, graphic aids. Remember, while reading whatever the piece of writing, you can find a graphic aid. What is a graphic aid? It's something like a photograph, a chart, a picture which tells you something. Yes, gives you more information. So remember, these things help you to get more information about the text. The caption too can help you. Number 3, numbered list. Yes, sometimes you can find while reading some numbered list. Some things were numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4. These numbers might help you to show the order, to know the steps. Of course, might help you too. Okay, go to next page. In next page, we have this again title, reading strategy. Reading strategy. When you take notes, and this is one of the strategies, which is take notes. Of course, we do this while reading, just using your pencil and trying to write some notes for yourself to understand what is happening. This helps you a lot, by the way. This helps you to do what? Just underline this one, to understand what was happening, just to remember the event. Sometimes when you go to the questions, you come back to the text itself just to read your notes. Yes, these notes helped you a lot, and of course you know this. While reading together, we can come back to these 2 tables and complete them, adding some notes here. It's okay. Just I want you to go down now. Goes down, you have some words to help you again. Other words to help you while reading, and these word, the first word is artifact. Just with your pencil, we try to write or underline easy meanings for it. Artifact means something created by humans, and you can write here man-made object. Yes, it is like a synonym, tool. You can write tool. The explorers found other artifacts alongside the mummy. The explorers found other objects, tools beside the mummy. Word number 2, refute. Refute means to prove but false. To prove false. Prove false, wrong at the end. The new discovery may refute the scientist's previous theory. This might make it wrong. Number 3, compile. Compile means to put together by gathering from many. You can underline only to put together or collect. To put together or collect. Check the example. In order to come up with the best theories, scientists collected results from many studies. Compile means collect. Anthropology. From the word ology, this means a science, by the way. Ology. Anthropology, the science or the study of human beings. You can underline only study of human beings. Check the example. Because he loves studying other cultures, he decided to major in anthropology. He decided to major, which means to specialize in anthropology. Last word, presume. Presume means to think, thought to be true, to think of something. When the hikers failed to return on time, we presumed they were lost. We thought they were lost.